I've been waiting since December 14th, FOMC, to show you guys this. Every single YouTube channel was calling for a crash, was calling to go lower, was calling for the end, was calling for the apocalypse. The famous Ron Walker most recently called it the bearish hangman. Well, how's that hangman working out for you there, bud? Did it turn into a noose? So anyways, you guys know what happened today. It was quite a day. But more importantly, there were signs that this was bullish, and I'm going to share them with you with my tweets on Twitter today. Okay? So, without further ado, let's get into it. This is the 5-minute chart. Now, first thing I'm going to do is show you this. I tweeted that 5 minutes after the rate announcement. I turned off the TV and I quit listening. I didn't even hear Powell speak. I didn't want to hear what CNBC commentators had to say because it was no longer relevant to trading. The algorithms had already positioned themselves in such a way it was going to surge. And I focused only on the MACD and RSI the whole time. And you're gonna see all of that here momentarily. But so first thing I did, it was wow, oh good, there's a timestamp there, 10:04 a.m. in the morning still. The red dashed line, channel top, consolidate under the channel top. That right there, that tweet right there is one of the most consequential of the day. It is one of the most consequential observations of the day. And that is bullish. Okay? And what I was referring to is this move down. And then as soon as I saw the move down, that's when it hit me. I suspect it's going to consolidate under the channel top, red dash line. As we know, that's exactly what it did. Okay, now I also want to point out something else. Earlier in pre-markets, before opening bell, here's consolidation under, well, this is the 5-minute EMA right here, under, and then what happens? Boom. Okay, so, and I've mentioned this in previous episodes. Anytime you consolidate under, especially under the 5-minute EMA 50, or any, especially the channel top, that's a huge important line. Anytime you, for example, let's just say pretend this red line right here, this down here. Let's say you went down through this and you ended up coming up underneath of it, and you start consolidating. If you see a consolidation pattern underneath this red line, we'll just call this one, yeah, the 1-hour EMA 50. That's bullish. That's bullish. Okay? When it consolidates like that, when it starts to coil. Okay? As was the case here. Okay? So, all right. I did get a question on Twitter when I made that tweet a moment ago, that you saw a moment ago, that said, that's bullish anytime you have consolidation. So somebody tweeted back and said, well, how is it bullish, right? That's a fair question. I said, well, okay, 99.99% of the trading world doesn't know about these lines to begin with, so therefore it is impossible to see this. Had I not had these lines visible to me, oh yeah, you can't see it, because now you have no frame of reference at all. You don't know where the price action is relative to any line, right? Right? You don't know. So therefore, yeah, so this is in the tweet. Circle number 1, that's what I just showed you right here. Consolidation under the channel, then big move up. Circle number 2, consolidation under the channel, then big move down. Oh, we saw over the channel, not under the channel, over the channel. Circle number 2 right here, which is equivalent to right here. Big move down, right? So under the channel is bullish, over the channel is bearish. Okay, that's a pretty much a hard and fast rule. So what happened was it found support at the 30-minute EMA 50, right here. Boom, boom, consolidated, take off. See that? This was so classic. Okay, it was so classic. Found support at 30-minute EMA 50 right here. Market maker tricksters. Yes, indeed. I'm referring to this low and this low. It was a double bottom MACD. I thought it was going to make a higher low than it usually does, like 80 to 90% of the time, but this time it made a double bottom low, forcing this action. Double bottom. Okay? Yep. So that's what I said. I said, are you tricky? But it never, at no time, did the RSI go below the 30 line. See that here? It never did. It was never, in other words, it was never intending to go lower. See what I mean? That's what I mean when I say it never got below the 30 line. It's not going lower. It found support. Okay? That's what I mean. All right? Okay, yeah, I see no divergences. All of them are convergences, which mean neutral. Market maker is resetting the RSI. MACD RSI for a 2 p.m. showdown. Yeah, I mean, there was nothing. There was no divergence. See that? All the MACD and RSI followed price action. All only convergences. Okay. Aha. Here's where I started to suspect. Towards the I don't have a timestamp here. It was closer to noon or so. Yeah, 11:30 a.m. or something maybe. Late morning. So this is going to get into the higher or low. Yeah, if so, the MACD at the time was the MACD and RSI was right around here when I made that comment. Yeah, well, this is the 1 hour. You can't see this big red candle. It was here. It was right here when we made that double bottom. And that's when I said, oh, I know what you're doing. Of course, you can't see that here. Between now and 2 p.m., it should be a move up. Then come 2 p.m., it will be a move down to the question mark that you can't see because I had two screenshots. You can't see the second screenshot. If it's a higher low, the bulls win. If it's a lower low, the bears win. That's ultimately what I was referring to is from this point, I said, it's going to kind of go up from here. And that's what it did. It started going up. And then, see, that's where I was talking about these higher lows here. These higher lows. You're going to see more of that. You're going to see more of that in a second. It'll be more clear. Okay, here we go. Higher low made. MACD near positive cross. RSI slowly going up. Yeah, here we go. So I was talking about right around this area, right around here, this screenshot. Yep. That when you start making higher lows and like this, and the MACD starts to get positive cross, that's it. It's bottomed. It's the bottom. It's over. The fall has stopped. Okay, that's where I was going with that. So here we go. In a way, I'd rather see this rather than SPY rallying up into FOMC then get dumped. In this position, SPY's already bottomed. Yes, it is. It has already bottomed. MACD 2x bottom. MACD double bottom. RSI's going up. That's it. The fall has stopped. This fall was from last night. You know, all of last night, all of pre-markets, and pretty much all of the first part of the day. It finally stopped it. See what I mean? Okay. We've come full circle. Remember my earlier tweet. Consolidating under the line is bullish. SPY consolidating under the channel top all morning. All morning. Here. See that? Okay. Okay, yeah, no, this is at this point right here. We're talking about right that point right there. It's just creating that pivot point. We'll refer to it. It's going up now. It needs to create that pivot point apex top. Okay. SPY just crossed the pink lower. Oh yeah, I don't have it drawn here, but it is drawn here. You cross that line that now it makes a it stopped making lower highs. The pink line here is lower highs. This crossed it. That just tells you, oops, that's no longer bearish. That's no longer bearish. You crossed it. You crossed the line. The Cobra is coiling. I'm leaning bullish now. So I said that as of right here. Right here. All right? As of right there, I said that I'm leaning bullish now. Okay? SPY futures made a higher low to conclude the big move from yesterday. Here's the big move starting from yesterday, all the way up and then stop. All the way up MACD and then stop. When you make that higher low, boop, stops it. It stops it right there. That's a notch. Let me zoom in. You see a little bit better. Okay, that is a lower low. This is a lower low compared to that, but this doop doop stopped it. That's your notch. You stopped it. You stopped the fall. It's over. It has bottomed. You can call the bottom. That's what I was referring to. Okay? And the bear line, that's just way down here. You're nowhere even close to the bear line. You're not going lower. Okay? You're not going lower. See, notice? See, notice this whole time, I'm not really looking at the price. I kind of look at the price just as a quick, oh, well, see, well, where are you at? But I rely on the MACD and RSI to tell me what is really going on. I don't follow price at all, guys. Okay? In 5 minutes, this would have been 1:55 p.m. Eastern Time. In 5 minutes, we are going to know. At this time, the 5-minute MACD is close to the zero line. 5-minute RSI mid-range. 1 hour RSI curling up. Let's do it. Okay? That would have been, yeah. Right. You know, was it right here? No, it's got to be right here. Oh, I don't know. No, it's right here. It's right here. It's right here. Okay. There we go. This first big candle right here. This first one was what I'm referring to right here. Let's see if this matters. MACD made a higher low notch, did not cross the signal line. No negative cross on the signal line. Right there. So even though this was a huge red candle, it was huge, right? Because to create this wick, you first need to create the body, right? It was a huge red candle. But the MACD did not cross the signal line. That's what I was looking at. Obviously I was looking at the huge red candle. I'm like, holy smacks. But at the end of the day, I went back and I said MACD and RSI, let's see, that would have been, yeah, right here. It would have been right here, this move right here. At the time. This is higher than this. That is obviously higher than that. Okay? That's what I was looking at. I was looking at the MACD and the RSI to tell me the truth. Because the price was lying to me. That price was a huge red candle. Huge! That's enough to make anybody flip out. Right? But I look down at the MACD and RSI, I'm like, but you're not going down, what do they call that? Proportionately. You are not going down, the MACD and RSI is not going down proportionately with the price. Okay? So that was the first hint. I was like, ooh. This may not be so bad after all. I was still nervous though, because when you're looking at that big old red candle, man, anybody's gonna flip out. I don't care who you are. You're gonna flip out. Okay? But when I looked at the MACD and RSI, I'm like, yeah, but you're not going down. You're not going down proportionately. Okay? Yes, I couldn't believe it. MACD RSI, higher lows. Stopped, and then it pivoted up. See, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. Now, of course, the VIX is going to respond. This next leg down is important. It's kind of like a back test, right? You had a big green candle up. Well, you're going to back test it. How far are you going to back test to? Okay? This one was the one where I was like, oh boy, here we go. So you already made one higher low. It's now going to test a second higher low. Okay? So far, it's finding EMA 50 and SMA 20 at support. Let's see if I can. Well, I can. Yeah, here we go. I can basically show that to you right here. Yeah. It was finding support. As you see these wicks. You see what I mean? There weren't big red candles that stayed there. Of course, you have to have a big red candle body to make it to begin with. But then it started to wick up. Okay? So, yeah, MACD and RSI still holding. No negative cross. Boy, oh boy. Right, I was looking at this. I was like, ooh, is this thing going to cross over or what? And it didn't do it. But, actually, no, I take that back. It did. Now there's negative cross. Now we need to see if the MACD RSI makes lower lows. We're not there yet. Okay? We're not there yet. So, what I was referring to is this point ultimately going to be like lower than this? Right? Because I see this as one big move. I don't compare this to that. I see this as one big move. So this is the conclusion of that what started here. This is not the conclusion of what started here. Does that make sense? Okay? So that is basically, yeah, this was the one where I'm like, oh boy, look at it. Basically made, look at these two giant wicks here and here, here and here. I was like, whew, here. I was just like, here we go again. But once again, I was sticking to my guns. I'm like, I'm going to look at the MACD. I'm not going to look at the price. I'm not going to look at the price because that's going to freak me out. What's the MACD saying? I was like, but the MACD's not going down proportionately. Proportionately. See what I mean? And then what happened? That's it. That's it. It was the ultimate double bottom, I guess you want to call it bear trap. But that's it. And the rest, as they say, was history. So that's how the day went. It was wild. So let's just see how futures does tonight. I think we can expect some kind of pullback tomorrow, guys. I mean, this was a crazy day. You saw how high it went. You see how high it went. We'll just have to see. I wake up tomorrow morning and then do it again. Yeah. I mean, right now I do see it's bearish divergence. There's bearish divergence in extended hours on the 5-minute chart. But I'll show that in the morning. Let the whole night play out. So, yes. What a day. Okay? So, please follow me on Twitter if you'd like real-time tweets about intraday action like today. Today was like no other. Complete opposite of the 1214 FOMC, was it not? I think it was. Complete opposite. FOMC, it just went down. Now it went up. So there's just another lesson of you cannot compare events of the past and expect them to repeat again. You cannot compare the price action of the past and expect them to repeat again. You have to take each event in isolation, and you have to tune everything out like I did. I shut the TV off. I looked only at the technicals. I relied on the MACD and RSI to tell me the truth. Because you bet that price was lying to me and to all of us today. It double bottomed. You saw those huge big red wicks down. It was lying today. But the MACD and RSI told the truth. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters, as I've said in previous episodes, is the truth. Doesn't matter what my opinion is. It obviously doesn't matter what Jay Powell said, because I have no idea. I didn't listen to him. Alright? And I've said in previous videos, be careful whose opinion you do listen to. They're not always drawing conclusions that are based on assumptions that are always true. As you've seen. Have we crashed? Have we gone down? I don't think so. Not according to what I saw happen today. Please give this video a like, share, subscribe, or click to be notified when I release something new. With that, I'm Agent 000, signing off.